Today, in the world of cannabis, black market cannabis sellers in New Jersey call for inclusion in the state's legal cannabis program. The Washington, D.C. Council introduces the most comprehensive recreational cannabis legalization bill, and the Virginia Legislature approves a bill to legalize recreational cannabis statewide. It's Tuesday, March 2nd, and this is your TRICHOMES Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the TRICHOMES.com studios in Southern California. It's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First up, in the week following New Jersey legalizing recreational cannabis statewide, black market cannabis sellers are calling for inclusion in the program, according to a report by the Asbury Park Press. Ed Forchion, owner of the restaurant NJ's Weedman's Joint, has been a cannabis advocate for the past 20 years and has sold cannabis in a small hallway behind the establishment. Forchion does not have a license to sell cannabis and said they don't intend on filling out the 100-page application and pay the necessary fees to get one. Instead, Forchion believes that the prison sentence they serve for cannabis offenses should be enough to qualify them to sell cannabis. This includes spending over a year in the Mercer County Correction Center while awaiting trial on charges that were eventually dropped. If you give me my 1,200 days back in jail, I'll pay for a license. Or if you want to just give me a license, so be it, Forchion said. But I can't jump through those hoops, those corporate obstacles. I can't make it. I can sell weed all day. I've been selling weed for 30 years, Forchion said. The black market will only go away if you include us, Forchion added. You're not going to get rid of the black market by excluding the black market.
And next, the D.C. line reports that D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson and a group of council members have introduced what they're calling the most comprehensive and equitable recreational cannabis bill in the District of Columbia. This legislation is the accumulation of over a year of work by my office and external stakeholders, Mendelson said. It creates a comprehensive regulatory framework for the cultivation, production, and sale of recreational cannabis. And most significantly, this bill centers reinvestment and opportunity for people and communities hit hardest by the war on drugs. Called the Comprehensive Cannabis Legalization and Regulation Act of 2021, the bill contains several aspects that differ from bills of the past, including establishing programs for social equity, cannabis equity and opportunity, community reinvestment, and education. The bill would also automatically expunge cannabis-related arrests and convictions, establish protection for cannabis possession, and authorize D.C. banks to work with cannabis businesses.
And last up, in a report by Cannabis Business Times, the Virginia State Legislature has passed a recreational cannabis legalization bill. Equitable legalization of marijuana is an essential step towards racial justice in Virginia, House Majority Leader Delegate Charnel Herring, primary sponsor of HB 2312, said in a statement. We have created a plan to start this important work, and we will continue to move forward and compromise to get this work done together. This effort remains a work in progress, and our efforts in Virginia are far from over, said Jen Michelle Pedini, Executive Director of Virginia NORML. NORML is dedicated to continuing our work with lawmakers and regulators to advance legislative reforms that are most closely aligned with the views of the majority of Virginians who desire a safe, legal cannabis market, they added. In particular, we hope to expedite the timeline in which Virginia adults will no longer face either criminal or civil penalties for the personal possession and cultivation of cannabis. Polling data released on February 2, 2021, by Christopher Newport University's Watson Center for Civic Leadership showed that 68% of registered voters in Virginia, regardless of political affiliation, support recreational cannabis legalization. The bill now awaits approval from Governor Ralph Northam and would go into effect beginning in 2024.
That was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals and a place to discuss these stories and others, visit trichomes.com.
And be sure to catch up with all of our other cannabis industry-related podcasts like Hash It Out, The High Ground, or Careers in Cannabis, wherever you get your podcasts. For trichomes.com, I'm David Fortin.
And I'm Devin Leal. Have a great day.